Hello class. I'm going to be demoing and walking you through how to hollow out the inside of my cylinder to create my mug. Okay, so I've got my cylinder drawn, and I'm actually going to show you two different ways that you can do it. Make sure you watch both of them so you understand both the commands. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a primitive circle, and I'm going to draw it on the top of my cylinder on this top surface right here. And I want to make sure I get to the center point. It does kind of snap at the center point. Okay, then I can select the radius that I want right here. If I forget to select the radius, if I don't type it in and I just click, not a big deal. I can then click on it, go up here to transform and go to scale, and then at that point I can grab it and I can create the radius at that point. Okay. If you want an exact measurement, you can type in what your exact measurement is. So let's say I want it to be 3.8. Okay. And the value that you choose is going to depend on what radius you ended up using for your cylinder. Okay, so now I have a circle drawn on the top surface of my cylinder. Okay, in order to create this, to make it hollow, I'm going to extrude this circle inside so that it hollows out my cylinder. So I'm going to go to construct and then extrude, and then I'm going to select the surface that I want to extrude, which is this circle. Okay, if I grab the arrow, right now I've got linear snap on 1, so it's jumping by 1s. All right, somewhat problematic because my cylinder happens to only be 3 inches high, and if I go down to 3 inches, that would hollow out the entire thing, and I would not have a bottom to my mug. If I did 2 inches, it would be way too thick at the bottom, so I can actually type in what I would want it to do. So if I want my thickness to be 2/10 of an inch, 2.8 would be how much I want to extrude since my cylinder is 3 inches. Okay, that would leave me with 2/10 of an inch in thickness at the bottom, and then I can press enter. Alright, so that is one way to hollow out your mug. Backtracking, I'm going to show you a second way real quick using what's called the shell tool. Okay, if you go to modify, then all the way at the end there's one called shell, and it says you can hollow out a shape by selecting the face of a solid. So I'm going to select that. Okay, I can select what the thickness is going to be, and you can measure it from the inside, you could measure it from the outside of the object, or you could measure it from both the inside and the outside. In this case, I want to measure 2/10 of an inch, and from the inside is fine. Really, from the inside or the outside would work the same here. You get to select what your thickness is. I was doing a thickness of 2/10 of an inch. That will be what thickness I want, so 0.2. Okay. Now I want to select the surface that is going to be hollowed out. So that's the top of my cylinder. Okay, select that and it hollows it out, and you can see that it is 0.2 of an inch from the outside, and it would also be 0.2 of an inch from the bottom of my cylinder as well. So I'd have a thickness on the outside edge of 0.2 of an inch, and then the bottom of my cylinder would have the same thickness of 0.2 of an inch. So that is using the hollow tool. It can hollow out a 3D object. All right.